Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 16 of Direwolf20's Let's Play Enigmatica series. I'm having fun today with refined storage. That's the plan, at least. So last episode we got a lovely house going. Look how great this house is. It's beautiful. It's everything that you want in a house. I even have a floor. I did 100 and how many episodes of my last Let's Play series and didn't put a floor in? So y'all should know. I'm trying harder this time. I really am. But overall, just got some basic things up and running in our base. Really, really simple. We've got a very simple and clean magmator generating a little bit of RF for us, a couple batteries cooking. And what I'd like to do today is kind of kick off the refined storage system. Just to see if we can get things going. So between episodes, I did a bit of crafting, got us a 64K storage disk in here somewhere. There he is. Yeah, 64K storage, which will be a huge amount of storage, which is nice. And as a reward for doing that, it gave me a couple storage housings, which is, that's fine. There's a bunch of other things that we can get. Didn't I make the grid? I did make a grid. So I should make another grid. I'll make another grid because I need to make a crafting grid anyway, so I'm not going to worry too much about that, and a pattern grid and whatnot. But I have the crafting grid already. I just, hadn't made the storage disk before I made the grid, so the quest is like, do what now? You don't have a grid? I had a grid for like a minute. So what I'm going to do is, how do I want to set this up? I'm thinking like this center-ish area here. So like over here in this cornery area is where I'll have my power going. And then what I'll do, I want your magnet on for a minute, and I want all the junk I'm mining to go into this backpack. Boy, do I love this backpack. It is cool beans. I like the magneting. I like everything about it. Hello, floor. How are you? Cool. So then we should be able to run our Powah cables, which I didn't bring any with me because I'm smart, to power up this thing. Then we'll get refined storage up and running. We'll do a little bit of the basics of refined storage. And then my goal will be to... And let's see, your magnet is on. Cool. My goal will be to jump into some of these other mods. So couple people in the comments have mentioned occultism has a storage-based mechanic to it. I think this. So I think I saw in the quest line this thing, I think is like a refined storage-ish. But I'm not sure if it's as automatable as refined storage. So I'm still going to get refined storage up and running, but we'll definitely be checking that out just because, I like seeing things. Oh yeah, and that reminds me. I remember now. Energy cables don't have any collision. That's so cool. I love that. All right, so we're gonna stick the controller here, which should zip, lots of power happening, and then you're gonna, do your thing. Sweet. All right, so currently using no RF, which is good. I'm gonna put you in here. Oh, that's right. Marble encased bricks. They're doing the funny kind of invisibleness. All right, so now let's go ahead and break into here. And we're just going to go straight up from here, right? This should look good. So I'm going to pop this dude in basically right into the wall, like I usually do. Crafting grid, go. And that should be groovy. Let me get back my Celtic bricks. It's definitely bugging me that the chisel blocks keep disappearing on me, but I'm sure it'll get fixed, and I'm also not that bothered by it. Cool. And then we should be able to stick our disk drive down here, badoop, and throw our 64K storage in. And that should be like, the most basic form of a refined storage system possible, would be my guess. Mosaic is actually what I want here. Nice. How cool does that look? And now I should be good to start throwing junk in here. Lickety-split, no problem. I'm gonna say that I like this. I'm gonna say that this is cool. I'm gonna say that we have a refined storage system now. Sweet. Sweet. Oh, look! Look who decided to come visit while I was inside working on refined storage. How rude of you all to come to my house and try to attack me. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to grab a handful of resources, because what I'd love to be able to do is, if I can real quick make, and I don't know if I have the ender pearls for it, to be honest with you, but what I would like to do is very quickly get up and running with a wireless crafting grid. If we could make one of those super quick, that would be cool. Is there a difference between these? No, I guess they're the same. Wireless crafting grid. And then we're probably also going to need that little doohickey. What's this thing? Oh, a security card. Okay, yeah, no, that's new. Ooh, regulator upgrade. I don't remember that. That sounds neat. I like it. We want one of these, and then we want some range upgrades, right? And I think we want 4 of these. Wow, 3 ender pearls per range upgrade. We're going to definitely need more ender pearls. What I might do is hunt some monsters real quick at night. If I can encounter a few endermen, I'd be quite happy. I would be quite pleased if I could find some endermen. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, it's so nice to have refined storage up and running. Isn't it? Isn't it? It's just so comforting. Oh, it's almost daytime, too. Which is not ideal. Goodbye, sir. Just looking for some endermen. Don't mind me. A quick run around at night to find some endermen. And I'll be back. If I get a few ender pearls, I'll be happy. Ooh, I unlocked a trinket. Sticky mind trinket. What now? Sticky mind trinket? Sticky mind trinket. Prevents endermen near you from teleporting. Rarity master. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. For 20 XP levels, I can unlock another trinket slot. And then I can add the sticky mind. Prevents endermen near you from teleporting. And then 25 EXP to unlock the next. I wonder how many trinket slots I can have in total. Also, I found 0 endermen, so that's great. So we're just going to have to do our best. Alright, let's see if we can whip up a quick wireless access to this guy. So we want a wireless transmitter, which is going to be you. Hey, I didn't shift-click that. I did not shift-click that, sir. What is going on here? Why is shift stuck somehow? I very much did not Yeah, weird. What are you doing? Why are you automatically shifting? So I don't know what caused that, but closing the world and going back in didn't solve it. I had to close the whole game. And okay, so all fixed now. Unfortunately, we have a few extra machine casings, but we'll live. So I'm going to need one of you, which means I need to make more of this now. It is kind of nice, though, I'm not going to lie, to have this set up. So display normal, JEI synchronized, 2-way. Perfect. There's how many items named test? Oh, greatest. Summon debug Ginny test. Oh, that's interesting. From occultism. Neat. Anyway, back to where I was at. So I want one of these. And I want one of these. Oops. Oh, you should put... Well, maybe we won't do a range upgrade yet. I'll hold off on the range upgrades. But we will get the wireless grid. So I should make another crafting grid. And this is a perfect time to go ahead and get that grid quest completed. Hooray! And then crafting grid. Oh, we don't have any wood in there yet. Okay, that's fair. I'll get there. I'll get there. It'll take a minute, but we'll get there. And then if I want you, it's either a crafting grid. Yeah, so I want this, but I need another one of those diamond doohickeys. I can whip up one of these real quick. I'll just run back to my base and make it. Okay, one more diamond thing needed, obviously, and that should be cool. Now a quickie range upgrade should be good, and that's probably all the ender pearls I've got, and that's okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to probably want this to be somewhat centralized in the area. So I'm going to try to put it in the center-ish of my house, and that way we should be cool. Yeah, roughly centered. Perfect. Throw the one range upgrade I got in there. And then you need to be connected to this thing somehow. I think I do that, right? Then charge you up. And then I want to put on the key category, refined, open, wireless crafting grid, tab. And then I want to change the keys for tab. We'll see if that's good enough. Hooray! It works! Look at that! It works! How cool. Okay, so I'm just handing in a bunch of junk that I've got here in my inventory. Should all be good. Now, will you reach... It's 56 blocks, so it may not reach all the way over here. Oh, it does. Excellent. You know why that's excellent? Because I can do this. And then tab open and fill in. Perfect. That's how we roll. That's how we do it, folks. Just going to clean up. This way I've got a full inventory of stuff. Now I think this can be a bauble. Now we don't have wireless recharging yet, but that's something we can set up with Powah. Okay. And then of course I forgot that this is magnet mode on, so I really don't want that to happen. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to clean up this whole mess of inventory. I've got so much junk that I need to put away. Literally everything needs to be cleaned up. So I'm going to just sort all my chests and everything, and we'll be back in a minute. And I'll probably get some quest rewards as a result of doing all this. And you know what? That's right. These things, do they do. I don't need you to do that no more. Cool. All right, check it out. Nice and tidy. So that'll maintain and continue to be my mining cave for a little bit. I wouldn't mind a quickie pressure plate. Now this guy I also want to be JEI synchronized two-way. Perfect. I can get a nice quick pressure plate here, which should be cool. Wow, I really need more energy storage. This thing runs out of power so fast. Holy cow. Because I barely did. Well, I mean, to be fair, I did transfer a lot of resources from my chests. So, yes. But we're going to deal with wireless power transfer and all that in a minute. That is not how you spell home. That is not at all how you spell home, unless your fingers are in the wrong place. That's better. Cool, cool, cool. All right, and then I had a bed I wanted to stick down. I did want to snag a few more ender pearls, but I think I'm just going to sleep through the night here so I get my respawn point set. Perfect. And what else should we set up in here? I'm going to throw down a few furnaces, probably in a pattern like that, and my smoker, just for now until we get some, you know, modded ore processing going, right? Wouldn't mind a little bit of lava placement there. My modification table for my mining gadget? Sure, we can stick that in this room. Just organizing all the junk we've got. I wouldn't mind... part of me wants my backpack to have, like, gadgets and tools in it all the time, right? Like, including all my wrenches. That could be neat. We'll wind up seeing if that works out for us in the long run. Yeah, it could be cool. But then it'll also be a nice thing for when we're out adventuring to get resources and whatnot. Cool. All right, and what else? Anything? I think that's good for now. All right, I think that's all my quest completions. I had to break this guy to get the quest completion to happen. Ooh, I get ender pearls for this quest. Don't mind if I do. No complaints there. All right, real quick, I want to add this here, because that's going to do wheat flour. Now, sometimes he makes seeds, so I want to snag you for a sec and add the reference item. Forged seeds? Yeah, I think forged seeds wheat maybe is what I'll add, just to be very accurate. And then for you, sir, can I snag this off? I can, cool. And then for the reference item for you, forged dough. That works. Cool. Now, if I put a bunch of you in here, we're just going to make sure. I'm just going to put it all in, because why not? So then it should stop there, but then once it washes into dough, we should be cool. And any seeds will automatically land in this chest. Beautiful. So close. So close. Yeah, really close range. You know what? Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Look at that. A stack of dough. Perfect. I'm getting hungry, can you tell? Alright, now I'm going to make a quickie pattern grid. So that means I'm going to need another one of these that needs to be cooked up. That's right, I should probably put some coal in these guys, shouldn't I? Seems like a smart move, at least. I don't think tiny coal or any variant therein is in the pack. So, yes, we're wasting a little bit of coal by smelting one of these at a time. Meh. I'm low enough on diamonds that I want to be careful. A little bit low on diamonds. We've got 5 left. We'll be fine. Alright, cool. And then pattern grid. I don't know how crazy we're going to go on the whole pattern grid thing, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'm not going to go nuts right now with the auto crafting things. I just want to get a couple basics in place. There we go. Sweet. Quest complete patterns. Nice. Now, do I get anything cool for that? I get a refined storage loot box, which gave me some processor binding. Okay, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. It's so nice having wireless access to everything. So I think what I want to do now, before I get too... Well, maybe I'll get crafters going. Can I get a couple crafters by chance? You need 2 diamonds per crafter? Rip. I'm going to hold off on that because I'm not quite there yet. But what I want to transition to real quick now is getting into Powah. What I'd like to do real fast is get the power thing going that we need to do to make things. So I want the energizing orbs, right? So if we transition to our Powah quest book, we'll see that one of the next major stages for us, I would like to make solar panels as well. How about basic solar panels are pretty nice looking, to be fair. And a little bit of passive power generation would not be terrible. I mean, we obviously have the lava-based one, but, I mean, it's solar. So to make this, we want energizing orbs, and it wants me to make 2 of any tier energizing rod. And it'll give me 2 more in addition to that. So I think we just need 1 orb, which should be cool. And then, hey, look at that, task complete. Nice. And then you want a block of quartz. So I'm going to get 4 of them. That should be cool. And I think 1... We're going to need more of these. We're going to need more of this. It's not exactly what I meant to do, but you get the idea. I remember us wanting a lot of that. Because higher tiers of those are going to be a little bit crazier in the future. So I'm making 4 of these, and the quest will give me 2 more, so that'll be a total of 6. And that'll be nice. Now note that they do not stack, which is a little bit of a bummer, but not the end of the world. And then let me get my basic energizing cables, and then we should be good to go down here and set this thing up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my orbs sitting here. And then I'm going to have... How do I want this to go? Something like that-ish? Would that be cool? Kind of like the looks of that. All right, now all we got to do is run some cabling, which again, I'm going to run behind the wall. Try and keep things cool looking. And I got to remember if Powah has any kind of any kind of thing to let you potentially speaking do like a cover or anything like that. I don't know if that's a thing, but we're gonna find out. Cool. So is there a way to cover these? Let's see. Are there any kind of facades for cover? There are. These are reactors. There's a book for Powah. Thought I had my Astral Tome in here. Some kind of book. Book. What's it called? It's a good thing I record a lot of what I do, because I am almost certain that I put my Akashic Tome in here because it was a Lexic of Bohemia. There you go. And now, ha ha ha, cool. Is the Powah book in here? It is. Perfect. Good job, Akashic Tome. I would have never thought to look in that chest until I literally went back through my old videos and was like, hey, what did I do with this thing? All right. Cables. Okay. I don't see much in here. Items. Batteries, wrench, charged snowballs, binding card, lens of Ender. That's cool. You can link things with it. Change cable I/O configuration. I don't know if Powah has any kind of facade-like functionality. I'm gonna assume it doesn't. But that's okay. Well, you can snag the wrench real quick. So what do you do? Link? Oh, cool. You can see the connections. I'm guessing that they automatically can connect. That's cool. I like it. Oh, I see. Okay, neat. That's cool. Look, you can see it changes the direction or makes them not connect. Oh, that's awesome. I like that. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so then this thing should be ready to go. Let's check it out. So I'm going to put my wrench and I'm going to put my Astral Tome back, or the Akashic Tome back in. Now, just to be sure, this thing still has my constellation paper in it. Beautiful. I like that Akashic Tome. That is cool beans. All right, so what I want to do first from Powah, and we're going to want to automate this stuff eventually, but I think what we're going to want to do is, first things first, figure out how to make the basics of stuff. And one of the first things we're going to want is energized steel, which is gold and copper, or gold and iron. So which do we have more of, copper or iron? Copper. And we're not bad on gold. We just have it in block form, remember? So I can do that. And that's pretty cool. So now let's see how this works, because I don't really remember. Something like that? Oh, hello, lasers. Perfect. That looks good, actually. I might want to recede those back into the wall a little bit, but we'll see. So how's that look? Is that a little bit cooler looking? I feel like that's pretty cool. I like the lasers on this dude. Now, can I double this up? Apparently not. So we have to be a little bit careful about the clicking, and we're also going to have to figure out a smart way to automate this. But this is energized steel, which looks pretty neat. Now what I might do is get my exchanging gadget real quick. Just to try and keep things looking relatively nice. How's that look? Is that kind of cool? I think that looks neat. I think that looks neat. A little bit recessed into the wall there. Now I could pull it out one more, but I don't know. I kind of like it being recessed into the wall there. And we could even bump it up higher if we decide to, right? Now, the crafting speed is very much dependent on how fast these things can transfer energy, which is dependent on their tier. So let's see. What's the quests have me doing at this point? So if we check into Powah, we'll see that energized... Oh, a battery. A hardened battery, no less. Sweet. Now, is that going to, if I charge you up... So he can hold 4 million RF. That's pretty significant. Now, if I have that in my inventory, is he going to drain into the wireless crafting grid? Exactly what I would want to see. Exactly what I would want to see. That's beautiful. That is cool. So yeah, we're draining this battery pretty rapidly because this thing holds 4 million. We only have 1 million in storage at the moment, so we have to be careful. But I'm only going to hold about 1 million in here, and then that should be cool. Now also, let's keep an eye on how much you're using. 37 RF a tick. We're only generating 70, don't forget. So we have a net gain, but it's going to be short-lived. Okay, so that's cool. Now, blazing crystals are pretty nice. And they only need blaze powder. So 4 blaze powder equals a blazing crystal or 1 blaze rod. Now, in fairness, we have a decent amount of blaze powder on account of all the blazing that we did up there, right? So that's kind of cool. Now, this is going to take a lot longer. See, on the bottom, you can see on the highlighted thing on the bottom there, it tells you what percentage complete we are. So this drains a lot more power, obviously, to generate these. 120,000 RF total per craft. But there's your first blazing dude. And that's going to get us some blocks of energized steel, which is nice, because we can convert those to energized steel. That's pretty cool. So hardened 16 capacitors, and you want 24 blazings. Wow. Can you make this many? So this is kind of a challenge, these top ones here. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Now this guy, uranium ingots, convert to uraninite, which we'll probably want to check out the uranium reactor, because I remember them being really good. I remember uranium reactors being really good in Powah. So we're going to definitely be checking that out. So blazing power cells can take any tier and upgrade. So that's cool. So, and that'll be 10 million RF of storage, which is not bad. And then we can get up as high as the nitro tier, I guess. Can do 140. Now, ender cells are a little bit different. I think that they kind of like share cross-dimensionally kind of deal. Where's that power book? Let's see. Ender cell. Specific channel of the Ender network to the owner. You can access the energy stored in a selected channel from anywhere in the world if the Ender cell that you want to transfer power from and to have an active channel with a valid capacity. Cool. Neat. That looks pretty cool. Now, one other thing I'd like to check out is the player transmitter, though, because that's another way that we could have fun with charging and stuff. It's used to charge items wirelessly and linked player inventory, including armor slots and offhand and anywhere else. In the same dimension when it has normal binding card, and across dimensions when it has a dimensional binding card. That's cool. So the player transmitter, and I guess the different tiers have different capacities and transfer amounts. So I don't see needing that much, right? Like, we could start with a basic one, and that should be enough. All we need is a dielectric rod, which we should have no problem making. And remember, we got this from a quest reward, which was cool, which was exceedingly convenient, right? Now I'm thinking I could just stick you back here. Wow, look at that. Sweet. And then we need a card from Powah, a blank card. Turn that into a binding card. Now, if we want it to be cross-dimensional, use a binding card on Enderman or Endermite. So I literally just right-click it on an Enderman and we call it a day. I mean, it doesn't seem like a terrible idea. I don't know if charging cross-dimensionally would cost more energy or anything. Is it nighttime, or I don't even know what time it is. Where is the moon? Is there a moon? Oh, it's a thunderstorm. Well, that would be a problem if we're going to go hunting for Enderman. Though apparently in the Savanna Scrub biome, it doesn't rain. Today we learned it doesn't really rain here. I'm going to look for an Enderman real quick, just so we can turn this into a dimensional card, because I feel like that would be cool. All we have to do is right-click it on an Enderman, or so I'm told. And yes, it's raining, but Endermen still spawn in, like, deserty kind of biomes when it rains, right? Will they spawn? I don't even know. Well, the good news is it stopped raining. The better news is that it doesn't rain at my house. I love that. Ooh, Enderman. Enderman spotted, sir. So I just right-click this on an Enderman and we're good? Oh, hello. Dimensional binding card. Quest completed. Sweet. That is cool. I'm going to get some rewards for that, but I want to be home before I do it. Yes, my home was 3 feet away and I teleported there. Shh. So then I right-click to bind it to me. Owner dial 20. That's me. Cool. And then I stick this in here and it should be charging up what I assume is my battery. Now I'm going to put that battery away because I don't want it to charge my battery, but I do want it to keep this thing charged. That's the goal, right? And now we should be good with that. I think we are, as a matter of fact. Quite good with it. Cool. Now the only other thing I wouldn't mind is maybe some slightly better energy cells, but we'll figure that out. Wow, we are getting lowish on power, but we'll charge back up soon enough. The only other thing I might want to get going then is those solar panels would be cool. How hard are they to make? Now, could I straight up make blazing tier? That would be 420 RF a tick. So you're going to need quite a few blazing crystals for a little bit more RF, but not a ton more RF. And what are those ender cells looking like? I'm curious. Do they need ender pearls or how do they work? They need an ender core, which is an eye of ender, and a tiny capacitor, which ain't bad. Because what would be cool is if I threw some solar panels on my roof, had them all connected to an ender cell up there, and then had an ender cell in my basement, would they be linked together? I feel like that's how it would work, right? But I think you have to put some kind of batteries inside them. Isn't that what it said? Because this only has an I/O rating. It doesn't have a storage rating. Right? So I'm not entirely sure how these work. Now, basic ones can be upgraded to blazing or something else directly, which is cool. Without going through the intermediate steps, I'll add. So I feel like you should always kind of... Well, I guess it doesn't matter because blazing... a little bit more expensive, right? Yeah, no, it's about the same. It just needs crystals instead of... Yeah, and then the basic one is pretty much just the crystals. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. I would say that makes sense. Let's try this real quick. So an ender core from Powah. I'm assuming we need 2 of these. So we're going to need 2 eyes of enders, 2 dielectric casings... 2 eyes of ender, 2 dielectric casings, and what else? Basic capacitors. I need to get all this auto crafting, frankly. Now, what's this used for? Quite a few things, actually. I was hoping that it would be, you know, just the capacitors or something like that. So, boop, boop, boop. Beautiful. Zoink. I do like the crafting mechanic of this mod. I think it's fun. It definitely is going to require a little bit of... figuring out how to automate, for sure. Yeah, but ultimately, I just want to figure out how these wireless energy cell things work. So we're going to start with the basic tiers. And it said something about putting energy cells in them, right? Ender cells are Powah's way of transfer power wirelessly and are one of the mod's best features. Using them isn't too intuitive at first, but gets easy once you understand them better. First of all, you will have a number of channels available. More channels unlock with higher tier cells, which by default store 0 energy. These channels are universal for your player, so every Ender cell you place in the world will have access to the same channels, provided they are of a tier that can access those channels. Now select a channel and shift right-click an energy cell into the Ender cell. It will get consumed, and its buffer will now become the channel's buffer. So a new channel with 0 total FE inserting a basic cell will increase its buffer by 1 million FE, since that's the max buffer for the basic cell. You can keep stacking these cells and keep upgrading your channel. Once you store energy in the channel, you will be able to use it wherever you have an Ender cell, making it easy to move power across very long distances. Cool. And that gave me an energy cell as a reward, which is nice. So I put the actual energy cells, Endergate Super Compact, are smaller, more convenient variants for Ender cells. They can be placed on a Powah energy cable directly, and they will occupy 1 block space. This comes at a disadvantage, however. You won't be able to upgrade your channels from an Endergate, so you will always need to keep at least 1 Ender cell somewhere. That's coolish. I don't get the point. I don't super get it. But I guess we'll figure it out. Oh, you're filling up my... Yes, you are, aren't you? You little stinker. He's filling up my thing. And he's 4 million RF. Rip. But let's try this out. So if I put you down, you're channel 1. Now if I shift-clicked you... Isn't that what it said to do? Oh, hello, I did something. Alright, I think that was a minor desync there, but that... So that thing now stores 4 million FE. Oh, that's cool. Now, can I put basic cells in there? That's kind of cool. So now if I put this guy here, so he's the basic Ender cell. So he's going to drain now real quick, but you're trying to fill these up. So if I open up this inventory, shift-click, close and reopen the UI because of the desync that occurred there. And this Ender cell is a basic 2. So now he holds 6 million. That's cool. Alright, now what's draining all the power? Probably your buffer. Yes, this buffer is refilling. Makes sense. And that's why you're draining right now. So once you're full, we should see a net gain of power. That's cool. I like that. That's kind of nifty. And now, if I plop this down anywhere in the world, he's the same on the same channel. So higher tiers give you access to more channels, and then you can just shift-click all the cells you want into there, and it's like a big multi-battery thingy. The only thing I don't super get is what these are all about. But hey, player transmitter's cool. A little reward stuff never hurt nobody. Uraninite I just got a reward for. Energy cell basic. Yeah, put it in there. Boom, 7 million. Aha, that is awesome. That is awesome. And then the Uraninite, that was a quest, wasn't it? It was, but we need 32 of them. So we'll just hold off on that for now. But that's neat. All right, so I'm going to call that wrapping up point for the episode, right? Let's come back next time, play a little bit more with Powah, because I'm liking it. I'm liking it. This is definitely different. And different is good. Different is fun. We'll come back next time, play more with Powah, and figure out what other fun things we can do with the mod. And then like I said, want to get into some other mods like occultism and a few other things. So for now, Del20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.